Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the 41st Ryder Cup. Pleased to be joined by Mr. Matt Kuchar, who is now playing in his 4th Ryder Cup. Matt, this is your first Ryder Cup as a captain selection. Is this something that you use as motivation, or do you approach things exactly the same as you did the first 3 times?
Certainly not the place you want to be as a captain's pick, but I made my first Ryder Cup 2010 in Wales, and that was my first Cup team. I knew from that point on I didn't want to miss another Cup team. I'm pretty pleased. This is 7 in a row Cups for me. Certainly pales in comparison to Phil Mickelson, who was just up here. What an amazing record he has. But this is the first time I've had to be picked. It's not never a position you want to be. I remember last President's Cup, Phil was picked, and Phil talked about it almost had more meaning to him being picked, being chosen by peers, being chosen by a captain that, hey, we value your play, we value you as a person, we want you part of this team. And so if there is a silver lining, it is that. You have to think, hey, I've been seen as a value, both as a player, as a person, to be part of this team. So there is a nice silver lining, but you know, I certainly am thrilled to be part of this team. I'm not one to pay attention to points. I don't look during the year and figure out, hey, I need to make 100 points this week to try to move up in the Ryder Cup standings. I never felt how that would help me. I try to play my best week in and week out and let the numbers add up where they do. And my numbers just didn't add up high enough to qualify for the team.
Matt, there are 5 players on this team, and I believe all 5 vice captains that were at Medina in 2012. Is there a certain sense of there's some unfinished business there, or is that moment long gone for you? How are you looking at that?
It's unique how we're made as golfers in that we have to have pretty short memories. When it comes to playing that next week, when you tee it up again, it doesn't matter if you won a national championship the week before. It doesn't matter if you missed the cut. You start at even par, and you move forward. There's no hangover of, hey, I just won a major championship last week, I should be given anything. That next week, you start at even par, everybody's the same, and you have to move forward. So that's a bit ingrained in us as golfers, is that you keep moving forward. Best to have a pretty short memory. Certainly Medina was a hard loss for us, but when it comes to we all still feel the pain. There's probably some left over, but I played my next tournament in Napa a couple weeks after Medina, and I had to focus on playing Medina. There was no living back at so I had to focus on playing in Napa and not living in Medina. That had happened, was over, and it was time to move on. I know a lot of us, we've been on a lot of losing teams. It sure would be nice to feel the joy of winning one of these cups. We get that joy every other year with President's Cup, but I think we're all hoping to taste that feeling this week at the Ryder Cup.